Hello everyone, nice to meet you. It is the holiday season, but these days we go on holidays not when it's hot, but during the spring and fall when days are cool. During the steamy hot season, the best holiday you can have would be having a seminar at cool places like this. Atomy is a multi-level marketing company. There has been a lot of talks and issues surrounding it. And when I first started Atomy, my wife tried to persuade me not to do it. Why did you get hooked on multi-level marketing? And are so insistent on doing it? When I got married, my mom said, "I'm going to tell you just one thing. You have to always listen to your wife." If your father listened to me, we wouldn't have to live like this. At the end, we went bankrupt. That is why I listen to my wife. But even though she tried to persuade me not to do it, I wanted to pursue it till the end. It was because in 1992, I went to Australia to sell car components and first learnt about multi-level network marketing. And I thought, wow, it's amazing. And I also thought daily necessities, that is it. First, you use them. And they were good. So you purchase them again, use them, and introduce them to others. And they like them too. And then they would introduce them to their friends. And that's how they spread out, and you create a huge customer group. And then the company tells you that sales were created because of your advertisement, so that they will give you commission instead of the advertisement fee. And that's network marketing. When I heard the explanation, I thought, wow, all distribution in the world will be transformed into network marketing. And that was not bad at all. So I got completely hooked. So I looked for books at bookstores and found 7 books. After reading them, I kind of understood what it was. I had this theoretical concept of network marketing that would appear in a textbook in my head. But, in reality, there was this magnetic mattress that was all the rage in multi-level marketing, and that were causing harm, and people would take others' money to make money. So people were purportedly paying to buy products, but they actually weren't. And they were buying positions to earn more commission. For example, you could have bought a product for 10,000 KRW at a discount store, but you would have to pay 20,000 or 30,000 KRW for the same product to a multi-level marketing company. Magnetic mattress is a typical example. It should be about 300,000 KRW the most. But it was being sold at 3.3 million KRW. And it was being sold a lot. And the reason why you'd buy it at an expensive price was not because you were stupid, but because you were paying to buy a position that gives you more favorable commission. So it's like an investment. And there is a problem if investment and buying and selling get mixed up in the multi-level marketing industry. Then why does an ordinary sane person engage in this multi-level marketing company? Why am I saying Atomy is an ordinary company, although it's a multi-level marketing company? Well, we have to make a clear distinction here. Okay, so you bought a product because it was cheap and good, and that was a daily necessity. Then is it your loss or not? It is never your loss. Because things like toothpaste, toothbrush, cosmetics, shampoo, vitamin, health foods, you don't buy them with your commission. They are things you buy because you simply need them. And if their quality is good, and they are less expensive, then even if you don't get commission, buying them is never your loss. Add to that, you get commission if you introduce them to others. Then it is a business opportunity, where you don't have to harm others or yourself, and even be able to earn commission. Should you do this or not? You should. So should I have listened to my wife or not? Everyone, please check the quality and price of the products at Atomy first. And what you should check first is quality. Only then will you be able to use them continuously. Even if you become successful at Atomy and become rich, you would continue to use them. Imperial Masters who make 0.1 billion KRW, or Crown Masters or Royal Masters if they stop using Atomy's product once they became rich. Then it just doesn't make sense, right? So you made them successful. Ultimately for who? For the so-called luxury goods company. I am no fool, you see. You have to make a product that you will continue to use even if you become an Imperial Master, a Crown Master, or a Royal Master and earn 20 million, 40 million, or 0.1 billion KRW. So at Atomy, quality always comes first. Quality. So that is why we first seek absolute quality, that no one else in the world can make a better version of with the current technology. And selling products of such absolute quality at a cheap price that no one else in the world can offer. That's absolute price. So we are not selling some cheap stuff. There was a person who told me there is a toothbrush that costs 200 KRW, when I said our toothbrush costs 990 KRW. Of course, I know that. It is one of those disposable items they give you at a spa, but that toothbrush can't be used again because it gets frayed after using it once. But Atomy's toothbrush, well, you have to change it once a month, please. You should change it once a month. For us to earn a living with toothbrush business, right? We made an excellent toothbrush. And it's just 990 KRW. How much does a toothbrush cost in the market? Well, we all know that it's roughly 2,000 to 3,000 KRW, right? So the toothbrushes we sell were sold at 2,200 KRW at discount stores. And they are still being sold at discount stores, at a more expensive price even today. But I said, I wish to sell this toothbrush at less than 1,000 KRW. And they said, oh no, we can't do that. So I said, I will make orders in 10 million units per year. Can you still say you can't do it? And they said, Chairman, you may think that toothbrushes sell well, but they don't. It is not easy at all to sell 10 million toothbrushes. That's what they said. But we sold 400 million last year. I was a salaryman for 17 years in the field of manufacturing. So I saw the toothbrush, and I did all the unit cost calculations. And I had the picture of how to do the process in my head. The delivery price, commission, sales and management costs, delivery costs, and even the credit card fees, and thought, okay, if a toothbrush costs 990 KRW, then the manufacturing company can have 10%, and we can take 10%. So I did those calculations in my head, and that's why I made the proposal. But they said they can't make it at that price. So I said, I will pay you in cash. So if you use cash, then you'll be able to reduce the price of the materials by about 20 to 30%. And I will never change this design ever. People's mouths don't change. So why should the shape of a toothbrush change often? So I will not make any changes forever. Then, you'll be able to reduce time used for changing the molding and can also do automation. And you'll be able to meet my quote, do the calculations yourself. And they replied that they will try it. So that's how we were able to create the global hit item that costs 990 KRW. So, Atomy does not simply sell cheap products or bash up manufacturing companies, but we reduce the cost reasonably and return that to the consumers. So, that's the system of Atomy. The Absolute Cosmetics product we're using now, it won King Sejong Prize. I'm sure you've all heard of Jang Young Seal Award. Atomy's Cosmetics received that, and we won King Sejong Prize, which is higher than Jang Young Seal Award. Let me explain about this prize. So in Korea, about 130,000 patents are registered per year in the Republic of Korea. Korea is the strongest power in the technology world. Among those 130,000 patents, you have to be the number one in order to receive King Sejong Prize. And no cosmetic product received King Sejong Prize. How can the cosmetics industry receive it? But we did. The cosmetic products being sold at 10 times more expensive price than ours in the Republic of Korea, even they didn't receive King Sejong Award. How does that sound? Do you think there are products made by popular brands being sold in Europe that can receive the King Sejong Prize? I don't think there is any. That is why we say absolute quality. So the quality is the best in the world. So we should be selling them at 2 million, 3 million, 5 million KRW per set. Why? Because there are some being sold at 2 million KRW that didn't win King Sejong Prize. But how much is our product? 198,000 KRW. That is why, since the price is cheap. People shrug off King Sejong Prize. So, you are actually using products that the really rich people who earn several billions of KRW every month use. And once you start using Atomy's cosmetic product, you can't use other products. Crown Masters, Imperial Masters, if you earn 0.1 billion KRW per month, wouldn't they be able to use cosmetic products that cost 5 million KRW? They can afford them, of course, if their quality is good, but none of the leaders at the top in Atomy use other companies' cosmetic products. Why? Because there is no other cosmetic products like ours. That is why you can't stop yourself from introducing our products if you truly know about Atomy. Wow, so this is actually worth 5 million KRW, but you only pay 200,000 KRW per set. So that's why you think you shouldn't be the only one using it. And you tell people around you, your sisters, friends, try this. I used it and my skin changed like this. You tell them, they start using and continue to use them. This is business. You're not just selling them randomly. Everyone. Sales is not exaggerating something. Making people fall into an illusion and stabbing people in their back to earn money. Let's say you went to a restaurant and it was cheap, delicious and clean. Then what would you do? You would tell others to visit that restaurant if they visit the area. You watched a movie and it was so impressive. Then you would talk about the story and tell people to watch it. That's sales. That's how we do sales at Atomy. You try the products, get impressed, and deliver that to others. Is that easy or difficult? That's easy. Very easy. It's easy if you get impressed. If you have to advertise a movie, that is not fun at all, and get paid to bring in people, that would be hard. Why? Because people will get angry after watching it. They would get angry because you made them watch such a boring movie. But what if you got really impressed?